Hello everyone, this is for Precalc. Needing to go back and see if you guys need any help on adding fractions. It's a skill that you guys are going to use all year, so we need to make sure you're okay with it. To add fractions, you need a common denominator. And as you can see, you're going to start dealing with them when there's variables and you're not going to be able to type it in your calculator. So you need to know how to do these by hand. Alright, to get a common denominator, let's say you had a half plus a third. The common denominator is going to be 6. It's the smallest number they'll both divide into. So in a case when they're unique, they have nothing in common, you just take both of them as a product. Same thing here, you're just going to take both of them. Now, a lot of y'all are going to be really prone to wanting to do a shortcut here. I'm really going to try and advocate for, not that you necessarily do it longer, but you really understand what you're doing. Because shortcuts quite often are just that. They're shorter, but it doesn't demonstrate you actually know what you're doing. When you multiply, say, 3/4 by something, if you want to keep its value of 3/4, you have to multiply by something that's worth 1. If you multiply by something other than 1, you've changed its value. Now, you can disguise it. That's worth 1. So 6/8 is still worth 3/4. Same thing's going to be happening here. I need the common denominator to be AB. I need it to be both of them as a product. Just like here, 6 is 2 times 3. I need to multiply this not by 3. I need to multiply it by 1. And I'm just illustrating that if the top gets it, the bottom gets it too. It has to be worth 1. So you'd have 3/6 plus 2/6. And now that you have a common denominator, you just take care of business on top and get 5/6. So here, the common denominator is the product AB. So I need to multiply by what this one's missing. It's missing the B, so I have to do it to the top and the bottom. This one's missing the A, so I got to do it top and the bottom. So this, strictly speaking, is B plus A over AB. Now, when you're adding, does order matter? No. So, chances are you're going to write this. Notice you can't cancel anything here, you guys. You can't. It's not legal. All right? It's like backing up over here. This would be 2 plus 3 over 6. You can't cancel that 2 in the 6 or the 3 in the 6. You can't do it. It's not allowed. It's not legal. It doesn't work. It never has. It never will. What you guys may be confusing is if you had a product, then you can cancel stuff. But when you have a sum or a difference, you cannot cancel. All right? Now, let's say you had something like 1/6 plus a half. The LCD is 6. The least common denominator is 6. This one already has it. This one needs it. What do I need to multiply that by to get 6? You can multiply by 3/3. This is your LCD. It already has it. I'm not going to do anything to that one. But this one needs B on the bottom, so I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by B. So it's plus B over AB. I've got a common denominator, so you just take care of business on top. All right, whatever the top is, you do it. 1 plus B, so 1 plus B, there it is. The bottom you leave alone. Here, the LCD, this is like 1 over 25 plus 1 over 5. The LCD is 25. This is your LCD. This needs another A, so you multiply the top and the bottom by it. Slowing it down, 1 over A squared plus A over A squared. Take care of business on top once you have an LCD. No, you cannot cancel anything. All right? Getting more complicated. Your LCD, look at the numbers. 2 and 3 would make 6, so 6A squared is the biggest one, so 6A squared is your LCD. What do you multiply this one by to get that? I need a 3/3. This one needs a 2A, or, 2A. Whatever's on the top has to be on the bottom. So this would be 3 plus 2A would be your answer. Again, nothing can cancel. Right? Your LCD is just going to be 6Y. What does this one need? It needs a 2/2. This one needs a 3/3. So you have 4x plus 9x which make 13x over 6y. If something could cancel, then you could, but there's nothing in common here to cancel. Your LCD is going to be 2z, so this one needs a 2 over 2. So you have 2xy minus x over 2z. And you guys should know, even if this wasn't a fraction, you can't bring this together. You're done. These aren't like terms. I can't. It's not 2y isn't the answer. No, it is what it is. I can't do anything to it. No, you cannot cancel out the 2's. It's not legal. It doesn't work. Your LCD is going to be 2. That's a 1. The LCD is 2. Now look at your variables. I need an x, sorry, not x, a y, and a z. That's going to be your LCD. This one, what does the bottom need to become that? It needs a y and a z, so I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by yz. This one needs a 2z, so I'm going to multiply 2z, top and bottom. Maybe if I write my 2 like that, it looks a little more distinctive rather than like a z. This one needs a y. So this top is going to be xyz. My y's and 4's tend to close. I wish I could explain it. It's a lot of penmanship, I guess. Xyz minus 6z plus y. That would be your final answer. Nothing canceling. Alright, now, when you're adding and subtracting, that opens up a different can of worms here. Let's say x was 3. Fill it in. So you'd have 1 over 5 plus 1 over 3. Do you see how these are uniquely different? There's nothing in common with those. Sure, these both have an x, but x plus 2 is not your LCD. X and x plus 2 are your LCDs. Just like here, 3 and 5 are both in combination your LCDs. So when you have a sum or a difference in the denominator, it's its own thing. It's unique. It's not it. Okay, I'll do it. How about that? Since I'm stammering on the explanation of it, your LCD is going to be x plus 2. This one needs an x. This one needs an x plus 2. Now, when you have a sum or a difference, I'm prone to losing stuff. I'd move that upstairs so I don't lose it. And I'll explain that when I start doing the work. 1 times x is x. Now here, this has to multiply into both things. Minus x minus 2. X minus x cancels out, so your answer is negative 2 over x plus 2. That would be your final answer. You're done. You don't have to distribute that x in. If you did, it'd be fine, but I'm not requiring it. This is like saying 1/5 plus 1/7. They're different. They're not the same. If it was 2x and 3x, yes, your LCD would be 6x. But it's not a product that's here. It's a sum or a difference. So I have to take the whole thing. Your LCD is going to be both pieces. So your LCD is x plus 2 and x plus 3. It's both of them. So this one needs an x plus 2. This one needs an x plus 3. Top and bottom. So when you multiply this, you get x plus 3 plus, there's the plus symbol, just bringing it down, x plus 2. So you're going to have 2x plus 5 over your LCD, x plus 2, x plus 3. Alright, here, I'm just going to move this up so I don't lose it. I need both of those for my LCD. So this one needs an x minus 3. This one needs an x plus 1. Yes, you have to FOIL this out. So that would be x squared plus 2x plus 1x is 3x plus 2 minus x squared plus 3x. So notice the x squareds cancel. 3x and 3x make 6x plus 2 over your LCD of x minus 3, x plus 1. Okay, that would be your final answer. Your LCD here, again, is both pieces. Oops, how about this? Let me cancel that out. That can reduce. All right? So your LCD is x minus 1. So this one needs an x, this one needs an x minus 1. So I'd have on the top 2x minus 2 plus 4x. So there would be 6x minus 2 over x minus 1. Good for me? Works for me. Okay, now when you've got a product of stuff, say you had 1 over 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3. This is your LCD. It contains that one inside it. This x plus 2 is contained on this bottom as a product. So this whole thing here is your LCD. So this one already is set. This one needs an x plus, oops, I wrote it wrong, x minus, let me get rid of that, x minus 3, top and bottom. Alright, so your LCD is x plus 2, x minus 3, 1 plus x minus 3. So that would be x minus 2 over x plus 2, x minus 3. When you look at this, expect that you're going to have to factor it. So this is the same thing as 2, x plus 3, x plus 3. So that's 2 over x plus 3 squared minus 3 over x plus 3. So this is your LCD. It's akin to 1 over 5 squared plus 1 over 5. 5 squared is your LCD. X plus 3 squared is your LCD. So this one doesn't need anything, but this one needs an x plus 3. I'm partial to moving that up so you don't lose it. So it's 2 minus 3x minus 9. 2 minus 9, so minus 3x minus 7 over your LCD, which was x plus 3 squared. Alright, this one, x plus 3 is in both of them, so I need an x plus 3 as part of my LCD. X minus 2 is in one, and x plus 2 is in the other, so I need all three of them. Whoops. And this one. So this one needs an x plus 2. This one needs an x minus 2. And yes, you're going to have to FOIL that. So that's going to be x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus x squared minus 4x. It's a 4. Yikes. Plus 4. So that's going to cancel that. So you got 2x squared plus 8 over x plus 3, x minus 2, x plus 2. Okay, so that's going to be your final answer right there. Nothing else to do. Wait a minute. Let's take a look at this a second. If I were to multiply this bottom out, that's a difference of square pattern. And notice there's a 2 in common. No, it's still not going to work. This is where I was going with it. That could factor into x squared plus 4. And I was thinking, okay, if I multiplied those out, I'm getting x squared minus 4 if I multiplied these out. But that doesn't cancel, so it's shut up, and it doesn't help. So there you go. There's your answer. Woohoo, we're done. All right. And I believe that side then is your homework. Thanks for your patience.